Welcome viewers, this is your anchor Kekrizanya Solo. You're now watching Hornbill TV. A tiny piece of European territory on the African continent has once again become the epicenter of a major migration crisis. Over the past few days, thousands of Moroccans have attempted to cross into Spain's enclave of Ceuta, forcing Madrid to deploy troops and tighten border security. But why is this happening now? What makes Ceuta so significant? And what is driving so many people to risk their lives for a chance to reach Europe? Let's see what goes down as we break it down. The crisis unfolded as the scenes are dramatic. Thousands of Moroccan migrants have attempted to enter Ceuta by swimming around breakwaters, scaling border fences and using makeshift flotation devices. Spanish authorities say the sudden influx overwhelmed border forces, prompting the deployment of soldiers and additional police personnel. Tragically, several people have lost their lives during the dangerous journey. But to understand this crisis, we first need to understand why this tiny territory matters so much. Why Ceuta? Well, if you ask, Ceuta may be small, but its strategic importance is enormous. Although it lies on the northern coast of Africa, it is Spanish territory and therefore part of the European Union. That means crossing into Ceuta is in fact entering Europe. And for thousands of migrants seeking better jobs, education and economic opportunities, it is one of the shortest and perhaps often perceived as one of the most attainable route into the EU. So what is pushing so many Moroccans to take such enormous risk?
هذه الداخله ديال السيتوانات
What's driving the exodus? The answer lies largely in economics. Many young Moroccans face unemployment, rising living costs and limited prospects at home. Europe, on the other hand, is seen as a place where hard work could translate into, say, financial stability and maybe a better future. At the time, migrant smuggling networks and social media have made information about crossing routes more accessible, encouraging many to attempt the dangerous journey despite the obvious risk. But if these challenges have existed for years, why has the situation escalated so suddenly? There are so many questions rising. Well, another one in the line is, why is it happening now? That's the question authorities are trying to answer. Spanish officials believe organized smuggling networks may have encouraged a mass movement, taking advantage of perceived weaknesses in border enforcement. Others believe a broader diplomatic dynamic between Spain and Morocco may also have played a role, as migration has previously intensified during periods of political tension between the two countries. Whatever the immediate trigger, experts agree that the latest surge reflects deeper, long-standing economic and social pressures as well. So where does the crisis go from here? What happens next? That's a hard question to answer because Spain has strengthened security around Ceuta and is working closely with Morocco to prevent further crossing. But the European Union is also watching developments closely as the latest influx has again reignited debates over migration policy, border protection and humanitarian responsibilities. For governments, it is a question of balancing security with compassion. For the migrants themselves, however, it is a desperate gamble, one driven by the hope that life on the other side of the border will offer opportunities they simply cannot find at home. The crisis in Ceuta is not just about people crossing a border, it is a reminder that migration is often the result of deeper economic hardship, political realities and human aspiration. And until those root causes are addressed, Europe's southern frontier is likely to remain one of the world's most sensitive migration flashpoints as of now. Well, that's a wrap for this. For more news, keep watching Hornbill TV.